I personally thought my husband was crazy the first time he thought it would be a good idea to tap our maple trees. Since we only have 5, it just seemed like one of those things that you would do a ton of work and you would end up with like a little tiny amount of syrup that you could use like for one serving. And I was wrong and he was right. And that is now documented unless I edit it out. So I think we tried it because like during COVID we weren't doing as many activities and we felt like we would be home to kind of learn and handle it. And we discovered that 5 maple trees produces a lot of sap and a lot of syrup. More than you would think.
At least our 5 maple trees.
We made the past 2 seasons, we've made about 2.5 gallons of syrup from our 5 maple trees. Now that starts with a ton of sap. It's 40 to 1. So if you had 40 gallons of sap, you boil off 39 gallons of water to get the sugar concentration that you want. So you get down to 1 gallon. Are you ready?
Ready. Oh, we're looking for specific ones because we need the really long ones
For other trees.
for other trees. So for this tree, we only need short ones. So like these 2, probably about all we're gonna need.
Oh, look at the tree.
And we'll tap on the side the sun's hitting right now.
Other side. Oh, we got it. I see that.
Get yourself all organized.
Something like that.
I think we had a couple last year that were too short
Yeah.
that we didn't end up using.
I'm just trying, like, they're all kind of like relatively the same size.
Right.
So whether we use them for that specific tree or not, they're at least all in the.
Kind of sorted by size.
Yeah. All right.
Daddy,
Yeah.
there's one.
Yeah, we don't want to really go in the same spot.
Decent.
All right. A
Now,
little bit of an angle.
can I push it? Can I go?
Mm-hmm.
Leave it. Leave it, ma'am.
Okay. Stop. Go. All right.
Yeah, you might want to try to do that.
There we go. Now go ahead.
How deep do we need it?
You see that blue tape on there?
That's where we need it to go to.
Don't just keep it on. There's one.
Is that too soft in there?
I think I just wasn't hitting it hard enough.
Oh.
Don't get Daddy's finger. That's like a rule. Ma'am,
ma'am.
watch your snoot.
Nala. Here. Good girl.
Okay, hold on. Hold on. Go on, Goose.
You want to put the ends in there for a minute, Daddy, to warm?
Can I put one in? Can I put one in too?
There's plenty of time for us to do this. All right, Fred. You can.
Why do we need to put what? To put hot water?
So it makes it more malleable.
It makes it softer so it goes on easier and you're
All right.
less likely to skin your knuckles. Can you, one of you very carefully set the lid back on?
Then can you go get the black lid?
This is some sap that we already have in the tube from the little
From the tree.
from the tree. So, all right.
Right there. That's been tapped for a whole, what, minute and a half, right?
Yep.
We have our
Border
trusty,
collie.
yes, our trusty border collie with the little 12-volt drill that has done way too much work for us over the last
It predates our marriage.
12 years. I've tried to get it to burn up and so it doesn't work so I can get new stuff, but it refuses to die.
Yeah.
So 3/8 inch drill bit with tape. So the cutting section right here measured 2.5 inches. Between 2 to 2.5 inches is what they tell you to drill into the tree. So the tape line is where you stop. Typically I do go a little bit deeper.
Easy
'cause
peasy.
a lot of our maple trees are bigger and older, as you can tell by the massive one that's sitting behind me. So I think
Easy.
a lot of years we don't get a lot of sap out of our biggest trees. I think part of that might be because we need to get a little bit deeper into the tree, get out of that bark in that outer layer and get a little bit deeper into the tree so we can catch the xylums and phloems.
We get more sap from our smaller trees than we do from our really, really mature trees.
We sure do.
And then we also have
A hammer.
Yes, we have a engineer's hammer or hand sledge to pound the taps in. Thank you. My press a little pocket here. Taps.
taps.
So you beat those in far enough so you can't yank them out and they won't fall out. We have our 5-gallon buckets with the tubing.
I guess
So-
that's back.
You don't want to tap a tree that's under 12 inches in diameter. So anything between 12 and 24 gets 1 tap. 24 to 48 is 2 tap, or no, 24 to 36 is 2 taps, and 36 and above is 3 taps. So
That's the guideline we use. That's what we've read.
Yep.
Been cold.
Yep. So 3 out of our 5 trees get 2 taps, and 2 out of the 5 trees get 3 taps. The one behind us will get 3. So we space them out around the tree, but also try to make sure that the taps are facing the sun. So that side of the tree, yeah. So that side of the tree heats up a little bit more, gets a little bit more flow in it, and gives us hopefully a little bit more sap, while also trying to not duplicate drill holes from previous years.
Quinn, can you bring us that? And small thing that makes things a little bit easier and
Your knuckles?
decreases at least a little bit the likelihood of skin knuckles is we just put some really hot water in a travel mug, and we just take the lid off and put the tubing in it for just a minute, and then it goes on a lot easier than the cold tubing, where you're very likely to slip and skin knuckles against the tap and the tree. Not that we did that ever.
Nope.
No. So when Luke drills, he always goes on tilts the drill downward, essentially working with gravity so that the sap flows out. Again, what we've read and what we've been told. And that piece of tape, again, just marks 2.5 inches. If he goes to the tape, then that means the hole he's drilling is 2.5 inches deep.